What is goody to KJ Nation? You might hear it by my voice, but I'm so happy right now because guys, we're almost at 10k subscribers. What the fuck? This is amazing. So do remember to smash that like button. If we hit 1000 likes on this video, I'm gonna make another tips and tricks video. Guys, this takes a lot of effort. That's why I'm asking for this many likes. And if you're new, subscribe, join the KJ Nation. Let's take over YouTube and become the biggest nation. But today guys, I'm bringing you the biggest tips and tricks video I've ever made. So do remember to like, subscribe, all of that stuff, share it to your friends, and let's get straight into this video. So the first trick is on Outback, and it's a really nice Valkyrie camera spot. So what you want to do is you want to come into dorms, and then you want to lay down next to this bunk bed. After this, you want to throw one Valkyrie camera under it, and after that you want to take another Valkyrie camera, aim it just a little bit above the first one you threw, and throw that one as well. After you've done this, the camera will actually stick up into the bunk bed, and you're going to be able to see anybody trying to come in the room, but this Valkyrie camera is really hard to spot from the attacker's perspective. So yeah, overall a really nice and creative camera spot that you guys should definitely use. So guys, this next trick is a double grenade spot on Villa. So this spot will actually kill anybody trying to camp in dining hall. What you want to do is you want to go where I'm standing in driveway. Then you want to open that window up there and throw 2 grenades consecutively. After this, the first grenade, when it explodes, it will create a hole, and the second grenade will fall through that hole and get anybody trying to camp in dining hall. So the defenders will be surprised and not know where they got killed from, and very good spot. So the third trick is also a grenade spot on Villa, and this one is to get anybody trying to camp in the southeast corner of sanctuary room. So what you have to do is come all the way up where I'm standing and face the skylight. When you face the skylight, you want to aim just like me and throw a grenade. After this, the grenade will go all the way into the southeast corner of the sanctuary room, and you're going to kill anybody trying to camp there or even rotating. Now this next tip is on Cafe Dostoevsky, and it's a more common tip, but still a lot of people do not know about it. So what you have to do is come over into main entrance and rappel on the southeast wall. Then after you open this window, you're gonna have a clear angle on anybody camping upstairs or even playing upstairs trying to rotate through the door, as you can see. And yeah, overall a very good angle, more for new players. I've seen other players use this, but I just wanted to make it clear and show it to you guys. So guys, the fifth tip is also on Cafe Dostoevsky, and it's a really nice way in which you can catch enemies by surprise who are trying to walk or rappel on the east wall. So what you have to do is take Valkyrie and throw her Valkyrie camera outside the east wall, and when you see enemies trying to rappel or walk here, you jump on this little table as I do, and you can catch them by surprise. Now, a nice little counter peek for anybody trying to spawn peek the window below bathroom on Outback is when you spawn garage, you want to run over to this white truck just like I do. Then you go prone and you're going to have a pixel peek on this window. So this pixel peek can come in handy if you know somebody's peeking this window. So the seventh tip is again a really nice angle, but this time on Clubhouse, and it's when you're playing upstairs in kids dorms. A lot of people like to peek the main windows, so to have a really nice angle on them is you want to go into kids bedroom and hide behind the bomb. So you want to lay down behind the bomb, and you can have a really nice angle on the main window, and it's going to be hard to spot you. Now a really quick tip, mostly for beginners, is that you can easily quick drop the diffuser off a building without having to rappel. So what you do is you hold the rappel button just for a split second, and then you quickly drop the diffuser, and while doing this you won't rappel down and you can easily drop the diffuser. Now guys, I'll show you a really nice angle to have into study on Villa. So what you want to do is you want to come into ruins and then stand here and vault like I do. Then you want to vault onto this part again and walk to the right and go, just follow where I'm going. Then when you get to this tree, you want to vault on this big stone. And after you're here, you have a clear view into study. And it's just a nice view, and you can use Kali or Glass and snipe people off who are peeking the study door. For the 10th tip, guys, I'm going to show you a nice pre-placed C4 on Chalet to get anybody trying to plant in trophy room. I showed this trick in my last video, so if you didn't check that one out, go in the description and you can check it out. So what you want to do is just make a hole where I make a hole, and then throw your C4 onto this kind of like metallic pipe, and then when anybody's trying to plant on the other side, you can just explode it and get them. A nice little camera spot on Bank to spot anybody trying to go downstairs or rotate into open area or go from the elevator is actually you want to come up here where I am next to the elevator, and as you can see there's this little metallic thing with a wooden part at the bottom. What you want to do is hit off the metallic part at the top, and now you're able to throw your Valkyrie camera inside the wooden part. The Valkyrie camera is going to disappear and nobody's going to be able to see it, but you can clearly spot and see enemies that are trying to rotate. Now, a nice tip against the Ying buff that came in this recent patch is actually playing Wamai, and when his magnets catch the Candela, you can shoot them while they're stuck in the magnet to get rid of them before they deploy. So it's a very nice tactic to counter the Ying rush that's happening. A nice angle onto hookah when attacking on coastline is you want to rappel all the way up onto the building, then you want to vault onto this white ventilator as I do in the video. After this you can have a nice angle into hookah, as well as you can open the door and the wall if they didn't reinforce it. So yeah, you can help anybody trying to rotate there or get anybody there. To efficiently open any hatch with a shotgun is you want to take a operator with a semi-automatic shotgun, then for the hatch you want to crouch and you want to hip fire it right in the middle so that you can get the most amount of bullet spread onto the hatch. This doesn't work always, but it mostly works when you do it perfectly in the middle. A really nice pixel peek to have on anybody trying to peek this window on Canal is to take an operator with a shield, and then you want to go where I go, right next to this table, and place your shield just like with a little gap next to the table. After this you want to go at the wall behind the table and make a little hole in it. After this you have a perfect pixel peek on anybody trying to peek this window. Visual is honestly one of the most underrated operators, and now I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you a really nice hiding spot on Chalet in which drones will not be able to detect you. So what you want to do is come into main garage, and then you want to vault onto this car and lay down. When drones pass by and you have your effect on, they won't be able to spot you, and when the people try coming in, you can get easy frags. So honestly, there's a lot of spots like these and he can be very powerful in these situations. Another visual spot like this is on the refrigerator in CCTV on Border. You guys might have seen this one before, but honestly this spot is very powerful as most operators like to clean out the CCTV first. Now a nice little thermite trick on theme park to open this wall in bunk if it's electrified or anything and you don't have a thatcher. What you can do with thermite is come into this small room called the break room, and you want to place your thermite charge just where I do, right next to the wall here on the right side. After you explode it, it will open the right side of this electrified wall and you can easily get inside. Now for the 18th trick, I'm going to show you guys a really nice hiding spot in Drug Lab on the map theme park. So what you want to do is come over to this little like kind of sink or shelf, I don't know what it is exactly, but what you want to do is get prone and break the stuff in here. After this you can lay down in the shelf, and yeah, overall a very nice spot because it's dark as well, so it will be really hard to spot you. A nice angle you can hold onto the skylight when playing cocktail bar on Cafe Dostoevsky is to make a little hole right where I make mine, and then make another hole on the other side. After this you can just stay prone and peek anybody trying to peek the skylight. So overall a nice spot because people won't be able to spot you at first glance and you can get an easy headshot. Again, a nice little angle on cocktail bar to have on anybody trying to drop the west hatch is you want to come over here all the way northeast and you want to make a little hole in this little shelf. After this you can have a perfect angle on anybody dropping the hatch as they won't be able to see you and you can easily kill them. For the 20-second tip, I'm going to show you guys again a really nice pre-placed C4 to get anybody on the other side of this indestructible wall in billiards room. So what you have to do is just come over here and make a little hole on the one side of this wall, just like I do. Then when you place your C4 underneath it, anybody trying to come from the other side, you can just explode it and they will die. Now again on Cafe Dostoevsky, a really nice tactic to push away any enemies trying to push from bakery onto the main entrance of kitchen is to make a hole in this wall like I do, and then make another hole on the other side of this wall. Then you want to come over here where there's this little metallic like stand thing, and you want to have a pixel peek on anybody trying to run through the corridor, so you can push these people back, and overall a good spot. Yet again another Valkyrie camera spot. For this one, what you want to do is go into games room, come to this desk and hit out the bottom part. After this, when you can throw your Valkyrie camera inside and you can have a clear view on enemies trying to push this door. Enemies won't be able to spot this camera as it is dark inside and it's unnoticeable. Now a quick tip for people who are playing upstairs in control room on Canal, and forget to take Bandit or Kaid to electrify the two main walls upstairs. So what you can do to get rid of the thermite or the Hibana trying to open the wall is take someone with impact and go down into reception where I go. After this, you want to open this window and aim exactly where I'm aiming, and then you want to throw your impact when you know that the thermite or the Hibana charges are on the wall. After this, the impact will instantly destroy the charge. Now another really cool trick on Clubhouse in kids dorms is that you can actually vault onto the bunk beds. So what you have to do is shoot out this wall as I do and leave this small part at the bottom right corner. Then you can vault onto the small part and then you vault onto this bunk bed. So yeah, it gives you the element of surprise and it's very nice. So guys, the 27th tip is a nice little bullet hole peek onto balcony on the map Villa. So if your team decides to go aviator room and you're trying to pick off people trying to rappel into balcony, you can simply go to the window in master bedroom, make one bullet hole in it facing towards the balcony, and anybody trying to rappel, you can easily headshot them. Guys, I'm now gonna show you again a really nice peek onto the skylight in cocktail bar on Cafe Dostoevsky. So what you have to do is come downstairs into library and you want to make a hole exactly where I make a hole, in the ceiling, just as I do as in the video, and you can have a very nice peek onto anybody trying to peek from the right side of the skylight. A very OP mirror tactic on the map Oregon, which I've already shown in a previous video, but I wanted to include it in this video again as new people might have not seen the old video I posted. But what you want to do is take mirror and go into kitchen as I do. Then you want to reinforce the right side of this wall as I do and make a hole on the left side. Then you want to come over here and make a hole in this wall as well. Then you want to come into this main lobby here and make a hole in these two walls. After you have done this, you have a very good angle on the main entrance, and anybody trying to go upstairs or downstairs or anybody coming from garage, as well as that on the left side you have a very good angle on people trying to rotate through meeting hall. So overall a very good mirror tactic that I use in games as well. So yeah, a good angle onto the window of storage on the map theme park is you want to come over to this hockey table and you want to find the vault button on the left side like I do. After this, you're going to be able to get on it and have a very good angle above the cocaine pile on people for number 40, I'm going to show you guys a really nice maestro tactic to stop the push from server when you're playing downstairs in bank. So what you have to do is put the maestro cams just like I do, one over here next to the tunnel and then one in the room when you stand on the table. And then this will really annoy the enemies as they won't spot the first one because everybody looks to the right, and the second one is really hard to get. So you can be really annoying like this, as I'm going to show in the gameplay, and deny the plant as well. A nice and easy spawn peak counter that works on every map every time is when you first spawn, you have an extra drone. So what you can do is take a deep breath and not start running instantly towards the direction that you want to go in, but throw your drone high into the sky and press the scan button. This will enable you to scan any enemy like half hiding outside trying to spawn peek. So yeah, it's just a easy counter and it could work, so try for yourself. So a nice little tactic you guys can use if you want to defend a window from upstairs. So you make a hole upstairs and then you defend it. But a lot of players don't know that you can place a shield just like I do and use the little gaps in the shield to check if anybody's peeking the window. In this way, you're not gonna get killed from anybody peeking this window and you can have an advantage on peeking them. So yeah, a nice little tip you guys can consider using. A nice little peek you guys can do on the main entrance of house is you want to go to the kitchen stairs and make a hole like I do. After this, you're gonna have a perfect peek on anybody coming from the main entrance and you can easily headshot them. So now these tricks on house are more for 1v1s and they're really useful if you're trying to impress your friend or get an easy kill on them. So this next trick is downstairs in garage, and you want to vault onto this little wooden like desk, and then you can open the garage here and you have a perfect spawn kill on anybody trying to run from the docks. Now this trick is kind of like a meme mirror tactic, but it actually does work. So what you can do when you're playing downstairs on Consulate in the garage, you can take mirror and then reinforce the wall of the left side and the right side, and you can put both mirrors on these walls. After this, one of your friends can watch the left side and you can watch the right side, and this can actually work sometimes, so try it out. Number 46 is a bullet hole peek onto the window on dorms on Outback. So this window is always being peeked by the attackers. So what you can do is come over here where I go into this wall and make 3 bullet holes, or even 1. And anybody trying to peek this window, you can easily headshot them. They're never gonna see this bullet hole, and it's very, very good. Now I'm gonna tell you the 4 tips you need to improve your aim. I made a video on this, so you can click the little icon above to watch that video, but I'm gonna explain it in this video again. So the first tip is to always warm up in a casual. You want to make this like a routinely thing and do it as much as you can, and after some time you're gonna start seeing improvement in your aim. So the second tip to improve your aim is to go into a custom game and try and master a operator's recoil. I advise you to take an operator you really like and try and master their recoil as much as you can. So to do this, just go into a custom game and you want to like see the pattern of the recoil and then try and eliminate this recoil as much as you can. You can keep practicing as many times as you need to get it perfectly. Now the third tip to improve your aim is picking the right attachments. I see a lot of new players not pick the right attachments for their playstyle. I advise you to take the compensator if you're a new player, because this will allow you to control the recoil much better if you're going into gunfights and spraying. If you're more of a player that likes to play in burst playstyle, then you can take the flash hider, as well as the angled grip if you're aggressive, and the vertical grip if you want to control the recoil as much as possible. The final tip to improve your aim is to find your right sensitivity. This actually might take quite some time, so what you can do is go into a custom game again and try and experiment with the ADS sensitivity, the horizontal, the vertical, and when you feel comfortable, you can test this by aiming at a tree and then trying to keep your crosshair on the tree while you're walking. So if you manage to do this, you probably found your right sensitivity. A really nice way of escaping situations which are really complicated, like you're in an Ella mine or a Legion mine and you quickly have to escape because you're gonna get killed. Well, Amaru is the perfect operator for this. Instead of just using her to repel into windows quickly, you can use her to repel out of situations. For example, you can find the closest hatch, closest window, and quickly repel out. So she can be very useful in these scenarios. A trick you can do with Tachanka, if you ever do decide to use Tachanka, is you want to take Tachanka and Mirror. Then what you can do is place a mirror on the reinforced wall, break this mirror open, and put the Tachanka turret behind it. After this, you can easily catch enemies by surprise, as they won't be expecting a Tachanka turret behind the mirror window. So yeah, overall a nice spot, and you guys can do this. It's kind of like a meme tactic, but it could work, so try for yourself. And now guys, I'm going to show you a nice little angle you can hold on to anybody trying to play in archives on the map Bank. So what you can do is come over here into the main entrance at ATMs, and then you want to go where I go right here, and you want to lay prone, and you can have a pixel peek onto anybody trying to rotate or play archives. You can as well take Ash and open up this wall, and it will give you a clear line of sight into this area. So yeah, it's a really cheeky angle. Now this next trick is a very nice angle into prep room and bakery when playing in kitchen on Cafe Dostoevsky. So what you have to do is go upstairs into Train Museum, then you want to make a hole like I do, just like this. Then you have a perfect angle on anybody trying to come from the prep room door, but to make this angle even better, you want to take an operator with a shield, then you put the shield just like I do, and after this you have a pixel peek on people trying to come from this door, so people will never be able to shoot you and you can easily headshot them. So yeah, it's just a very nice angle. For number 55 is another shield pixel peek, but this time on the map Oregon, for the window in Attic. So what you do is take someone with a shield, obviously, come over here and place the shield just like I do. After this, you can drop down, and when you go prone, you have a tiny pixel peek on people trying to peek this window. So it's just a nice pixel peek, and it could work in some situations if they're trying to push Attic. So yeah. Guys, pre-placed C4s are going to become the new meta. I'm telling you that right now. So for this pre-placed spot is on Villa, and you can kill anybody trying to push from master bedroom while you're in sanctuary room. So what you do for this C4 is you come over here right next to this wall in sanctuary room. Then you want to punch out a hole or shoot out a hole with a shotgun, and then you want to throw your C4 onto this ledge, as you can see, like I do. After this, anybody on the other side of this wall, when you explode the C4, they're gonna instantly get killed. So it's a good C4 on Thermite or Hibana trying to open this wall. So yeah. A really quick tip is that some hatches that are low enough, you can just open them by fusing. So for example, the hatch I'm on right now on Cafe Dostoevsky is just openable with fuse. So you don't have to rely on your teammates, and there's a couple hatches you can do this on. So overall, a nice tip to have in mind. For the 58th trick, I'm going to show you guys a really nice pixel peek that you guys can have on the central stairs when playing downstairs on Clubhouse. So what you do is you come into this memorial room, you need to have someone with a shield, and then you want to line up your shield just like I do. After this, you can have the tiniest pixel peek on these stairs. As you guys can see, I'm going to shoot, and the bullets do actually go onto the stairs. a go-to Valkyrie camera spot when playing downstairs in garage on the map Consulate is you want to come over to this white van and shoot out the glass. After this, you can easily throw your Valkyrie camera at the back of the van, and this camera legit becomes invisible because it's so dark inside that you cannot see the camera. Unless you're kind of using it, then it's a bit more visible, so it's not the most OP, but it's a very nice go-to spot. This time a go-to hiding spot on the map Bank. This spot I think has already been used a couple of times, but new players never expected. So what you can do is come over into lobby and then just lay down behind this little couch over here. And players do enter from this side a lot, so if you're just laying down here with Kavera or someone, you can easily flank them when they enter. An efficient way to clear out security room on border is to actually rappel down the roof like this, and then when you come to this wall, you just want to make like one melee hole or even a bullet hole, and after this you can just see anybody and spray them through the hole, and it'll be really hard to spot you. A really nice evil eye to defend anybody trying to come from the garage or open the garage like walls is you can come into changing room with Maestro and put his Maestro camera right where this little drone hole is. After this, you can see anybody outside and you can easily zap them, and it's just a very nice camera spot. A very good peek you guys can have onto the window when playing upstairs on Consulate, on this window where there's always attackers peeking, is you want to come to spiral stairs and you want to lay down right where this vase is. After this, you want to shoot the little like wooden handle, and after this you will have a perfect peek on anybody trying to rappel and peek the window. You can see me using it in game and it's very hidden. For number 64, there's a nice little grenade trick that you guys can do to actually kill anybody that's camping on server stairs when playing on Bank, because I know a lot of roamers like to play on these stairs. So what you can do is you throw your grenade through this drone hole, and if you time it perfectly, you can get anybody that's camping on these stairs. A really good way in which you can stop the rush from construction site, or even anybody trying to push from construction site when you're playing downstairs in Oregon, is to actually go upstairs in meeting hall and open this hatch. And before you do that, you want to actually open this wall as well so you can actually see them come in. After this, when they're pushing in, they're probably not going to expect the hatch to be opened, as well as that if they do see the hatch, it's going to be really hard to hit you as it's hidden and you can get anybody trying to come in from this side. This tip is very special to me personally, so if you guys are still watching this far in the video and haven't liked the video, then guys, come on, smash that like button so that we can reach that 1000 like goal and I can make another tips and tricks for you guys. A cool little spot for any roamers trying to hide at the beginning of the round on the map Oregon is actually coming into dining hall, and if you hit this chair one time, you can actually hide underneath this table and nobody will suspect you to be here, and you can just wait like a minute into the round and then start pushing. Now we have a flank route on the map theme park, and this is when you know that people are gonna come in from like the main entrance window to attack and push armory. So what you can do is go into control room, hit the window twice, and when you know somebody's peeking the window below you, you can simply jump out, kill them, and then jump back in and get enemies by surprise who are in this room as well. Another really efficient flank route on the map theme park again is jumping out from break room when playing upstairs into barrel room downstairs, and you can easily prep this by hitting the window downstairs twice and then hitting the window upstairs twice. A lot of people like to push barrel room if your team is playing drug lab, so being able to flank these enemies is a really efficient way to win the game. Now this tip, like most people know about it, but like I just wanted to like make it obvious, it's that sound is so important in this game. You can trick enemies if you're, for example, in a 1v1, you can trick the enemy by breaking like a door, and then they might think that you're flanking around, but then you come back and you can easily get them. Now that we're coming towards the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys a really cheeky bullet hole peek onto anybody trying to peek the teller's window. I know a lot of players like to come from here when your team is playing in workshop, but what you can do is you want to go into workshop and then lay down and make one single bullet hole facing towards this window. As you can see, when I do this in my video, you get an easy headshot because the enemies can barely see you. Now guys, for number 72, I'm going to tell you a little pulse tactic that you can do to catch enemies off guard trying to repel and go armory lockers. So what you want to do is come down into detention room and you can be pulsing, and if you see anybody trying to repel, you can simply throw your nitro and run out and kill them. So I think like this is a simple tactic that most people know, but it can be very useful and I've used it before. So now guys, I'm going to show you two really nice Valkyrie camera spots on Canal. So for the first one, it's if you're playing upstairs in control room, what you can do is simply get onto this thing that I get on and then throw your camera exactly on this light. If you get it perfectly, you're going to have a perfect view on anybody that's trying to come from the left side or from the right. It's overall a very nice Valkyrie camera. So this Valkyrie camera spot is very nice if they're trying to open the hatch from upstairs when you're playing downstairs in kayaks. So for this one, you want to go up into Coast Guard meeting room, and after this you want to throw it exactly like I do in this plant. After you have done this, it will be very hard to see your camera, but you can have a very nice angle and spot enemies trying to open upstairs, and then from downstairs you can simply throw a nitro. And finally guys, the last trick is a Kaid electric claw spot on the map Oregon to electrify these two walls downstairs. So what you have to do for this is go upstairs in garage and then throw your electric claw exactly where I throw mine. After this, it will electrocute these two walls downstairs and it will be very hard to find this electric claw unless they have Thatcher, but if Thatcher is banned, then there is no problem in you defending this wall. That's about it for the video guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's been insane lately. That's why I made this video, because I really appreciate you guys and I'm really trying to put in the effort. So if you did make it till the end, do remember to smash this like button, and if you're new, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys, and if we hit 1000 likes on this video, I'll make another tips and tricks. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Peace.